Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert with the TED Show. We're back, TGIF. So excited. It's Friday, the first Friday in October. I'm even more excited to have the one and only Mancia-Vayo on the show. She is with Project Tasty 20, but we are both on the committee for Monster Mash Orlando, the Monster Mash Gala Ball, and we're both excited about it. So we're going to sit here, we're going to talk about food and entertainment and Monster Mash, what's coming up, and really giving back to our community, especially our hospitality restaurant community during this whole crazy. Look who popped on the show, Maria.
Thinking of
so I'm excited to have you. Welcome to the show, Maria.
Yes, thank you so much, Ted. I am so excited to be on your show, and I'm very excited to talk about the Monster Mash as well. So, yeah.
It's going to be good. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be better than amazing. But before we get to that, people love to know a little bit about you. They want to know what Project Tasty 20 is, and I guarantee you once they hear it, they'll be, where do I sign up? How do I get involved? So tell us a little background on you, and then talk a little bit about Project Tasty 20.
Sure. So I'm from Chicago, grew up in Chicago. My family is from El Salvador and Mexico. And although I've always been a huge foodie, I don't know how to cook. Coming from Chicago, huge foodie scene, right? Lots of diversity. I mean, I was spoiled, took it for granted. When I moved to Orlando in 2009, it was a little bit of a culture, a shock, because it wasn't as diverse. There weren't as many restaurants. And so that was probably the hardest, aspect for me to kind of get used to. So I just slowly, starting integrated myself into the foodie community. And last year I started hosting events, and they were meant really just for foodies to kind of enjoy restaurants and get to know the chefs, get to explore menus. But when COVID hit this year, it kind of became something bigger than that. It wasn't so much about the foodie scene. It was maybe about helping the restaurant more so in order to ensure that there's even a foodie scene at, when all of this is over. So
yeah,
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead. I love this.
Yeah. So Tasty 20 was just born out of that. It has grown, to be something bigger than myself even. So it is kind of unique in that it's free to the restaurants. So it's marketing that is free to the restaurants at no cost to them. I bring them, as many customers or clients I can during an event, which can last one day or it can last 3 days. Had a little bit of everything. Whatever comes in from that event goes directly to the restaurant. So nothing, I don't touch the money. And so it's been great because I've had a lot of folks who have always wanted to try out a specific restaurant. And, this is kind of like the impetus for them to go and try. And so the restaurants are, experiencing a lot of new customers, new clientele. They're getting, some marketing. And so it's been a win-win. I've had, there's moments where I've just been in tears after an event because the owners will come up to me and say, like how impactful this has been, how their waiters, and servers wouldn't have tips, for weeks because, so all of that really has, I think, motivated me to continue to grow it.
You filled such an important need here. I think, which kind of goes on once we get to Monster Mash, it's the same scenario. COVID really hit the hospitality restaurant industry, in my opinion, harder than almost all industries. It just, when you can't go out and you can't be next to each other, and you can't function, socialize, it really has this dramatic effect. And then we all got used to not going out. And so we had these demands about what it's going to be like when we go out. And so the restaurant owners, the hospitality vendors have had to maneuver through these rules and try to figure out how to stay open. Number one, to stay open, to pay their employees, because you can't pay employees if you don't have any people coming in and frequenting your restaurant. there were just so many things going into it. So Project Tasty 20, for you to go out there and really bring light to some of these restaurants, and I know you do a lot because you want to hit everyone because they're all hurting. But to bring light to it and to shine a light and to give people an opportunity to try something in a compliant environment, in an environment where they get to taste something, be around people that they wouldn't have before, but really just to get to know the restaurants and the owners is just beautiful. I think huge kudos to you for this project.
Thank you. And, you know, in the middle of the whole COVID-19, around March, April, when things were really, you know, the numbers were pretty high, we did Tasty 20 and it was only pickup, you know, so we wanted to continue supporting the restaurants, but of course, a safe environment. So, you know, a few of them were just pickup or delivery. And so when things, you know, became a little bit more relaxed, we switched it to a hybrid. So for those that wanted to eat outdoors at that time or pick it up and take it home, they could. And so it's just been changing, you know, with the different changes that, you know, now that we're in phase 3, we have a little bit more flexibility. But I always want to offer folks who, you know, prefer to eat at home that option. You know, they can definitely pick it up and still participate, still support the restaurant, still enjoy the food.
So what was your, knowing this, and you obviously have your finger on the pulse on the foodie world here, what was your reason behind wanting to get involved in Monster Mash? Our Monster Mash ball, which we have monstermashorlando.com, scrolling across, we have a big event, October 29th. Why did you get involved? What was your reason behind that?
Sure. So it really speaks to my mission, you know, which is to support local restaurants at no cost to them, which is kind of extremely difficult to do and to find other people who are willing to do that. And that's what Monster Mash is. It's an amazing event and it's going to help out 15 amazing restaurants, quite a variety of restaurants, you know, in Orlando. And they're going to be able to benefit in a way. They're going to be able to have some relief, financial relief. And it basically hits all the points that are important to me. They're going to be able to get exposure to new clientele. They're going to get media coverage. It's going to be fun for them. They're going to be able to highlight a signature dish. It doesn't have to be something that's on their menu. You know, so all of those components I love. And I really think that it's a win-win for everybody. It's going to be a great experience for those attending the event. Super great experience, right? Because they get to enjoy food from all these restaurants.
And you get to be with the people who make the decisions in the restaurants, the people who are creating. And it's, if you haven't ever gotten to know a chef or an owner or the executive chef, the sous chef, there are so many opportunities for you to really get to the heart of what's going on. And I think somebody on one of the last shows said it best. If you've never partied with and eaten with and broken bread with restaurant owners and purveyors, you are missing out. And here is your opportunity for all of us to link arms with our masks on and really support each other in a way that I think a lot of people have never experienced the foodie world.
Absolutely. And that's a really important point, because I think that as my Tasty 20 project grew, and my relationships with restaurant owners or managers grew, I really sensed this incredible community that I kind of knew about, but only from the fringes, because I was never, you know, a restaurant owner or a chef. I can't cook to save my life. So
me either, nor boil water, apparently.
That's why I'm a foodie. I order well, right? But so, you know, they kind of brought me into the inner circle, and it's just amazing to be able to get to know the chefs and the restaurant owners that much better and listen to their stories, listen to, you know, how they got to that point or how they developed the restaurant concept or the dishes. There's a lot of, I think, emotion behind the food that we don't always connect. And, you know, food conveys history, it conveys culture, you can communicate love, you know, so it's such an important component. And, you know, I think that the Monster Mash is just going to give everyone an excellent opportunity to try. There's going to be 30 different stations, whether it's food or wine, beer, premium alcohol. I mean, a little bit of everything. And after
it's a giant VIP experience.
Yes.
No matter what level you're at, whether you get a table, you go VIP, whatever it is, there's this amazing experience that you're going to get with a whole bunch of group of people who really probably have never come together like that in a public setting for one purpose and one goal. And so everybody wants to have the ticket holders and the sponsors have a great time, wants all their food to be tasted, because guess what? If you are a vendor and you're a restaurant and that's the first time anybody's tasted your food and loves it, guess what's going to happen? They're going to go to your restaurant. I mean, there's just so many amazing opportunities with Monster Mash Ball. I got to give kudos to Nick and Eddie for really spearheading this, because it's
Absolutely.
a lot to try to coordinate all of these people and still run your business.
It is a lot of work. And actually, Eddie said something along the lines of, COVID-19 demonstrated how, precarious owning a restaurant can be. But more than that, it exposed how important collaboration is, and how this year, more than ever, restaurant owners have supported each other, have developed partnerships and friendships. And so even though it's still a business and there's still, competition, you all have to make it. The industry has to be saved. And for that to happen, you really have to come together. And that's, again, what Monster Mash is. It's like you said, all these restaurants in one place. And after the year we've had, I think I can certainly use an event like that. There were no vacations, nothing exciting this year, so this is kind of like going to be the highlight of the year, I think.
That's what I tell people too. It's like a highlight. It's almost like, all right, we're emerging out of, we're now in phase 3, we're emerging out of it. We're going to be safe and cognizant of that. And yet there is still an opportunity for us to not only support our community, but for everybody to get involved and have fun and give back. I mean, I've not been to, none of us really since March have been to any larger events on the scale that we're talking about, because it just wasn't a thing that we could do. And now we have this opportunity. And I know this committee and I know that these restaurateurs, we want to do it right. And we want you to leave with an experience like you've never had before. And so I can't stress enough how much we want you to participate and support. If you are a foodie, like most people I know love food. They love to go out. They love the camaraderie. They love the interaction and the social. This is a way for you to do that, enjoy yourself, and still give back to those people. Remember, I don't know if it's Maxine or maybe it was Eddie, as many times as business owners like me or business reps like me have asked our wonderful restaurant community to give back. Can you donate a dinner for 2? Can you do this? Think about all those times you went to them asking. This is your way to give back and still get so much more out of it than I think you're giving. So it's
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
And just to your point, as far as safety precautions and CDC recommendations, we're going to be extremely cognizant about everything. The event is primarily outdoors, for one. We're also limiting the capacity so that we're able to still ensure the social distancing. The venue is going to be disinfected by Cintas before the event and after the event. But during the event, we're also going to have stations where you can go disinfect your hands whenever you need to. So safety is paramount, obviously, for this kind of event. And, we want to make sure that everybody knows everything is going to be to the utmost care when it comes to CDC recommendations.
Yes.
So I think that opens the door to feeling a little bit more relaxed, knowing that, you're in an environment where the people hosting are very responsible, and again, when you mentioned VIP experiences, I know you guys have been promoting it, but these VIP experiences are going to be phenomenal.
It's crazy, right? And what's happened is all of these restaurateurs have gotten together and said, what can I do to up the game? How can I it's sort of also their way of giving back too, because they're creating this VIP experience that you won't forget, so that you will never, ever, ever look back and go, wow, I'm not sure about that event. You're going to love this event, and the things that the committee have come up with and the vendors and restaurateurs in town are giving back to. I mean, we have the VIP upstairs with Corona Cigar. We have the downstairs, which Eddie knows all these good names, but we have a downstairs VIP area with Swirlery. We have so many opportunities for you to come out and enjoy. We have the music in addition to the food. There's just so much that's going on. And so it's going to be this big time experience for you all.
An auction as well.
Yes,
we're gonna have someone doing live paintings. We're gonna have other performers that I don't want to quite give away, but be a lot of excitement. Plus, it's also a very swanky event. You know, it's gonna be an elevated event in every sense of the word, from the food and the VIP experiences. The location is gorgeous. The historic.
Oh my God. If you haven't been to the Dr. Phillips house, remember guys, this is not the Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center, so don't get confused, but it is close by. The Dr. Phillips house is a beautiful historic home that is now owned by Lo and Rhonda, who are participating. It has a history that's beautiful, and the venue itself, the inside's gorgeous, but the outside is absolutely amazing, what you can do with it. And so check it out. It's Dr. Phillips house. Google it, because it's gorgeous. Like Maria said, it's beautiful.
It is. Not only that, but it's also haunted. So, you know, it's a to hold a Halloween event.
It's true, guys. It is a haunted place. It's been recognized a couple of times by those people that do paranormal stuff. And so I can tell you firsthand, I have been up in those rooms. The rooms are amazing. It's definitely got that. It's just the perfect venue for so many things, but 100% the perfect venue for Monster Mash.
Absolutely. So it's just going to be a really special event. I don't think it's going to be easy to duplicate it ever. It's not your regular run-of-the-mill gala at a hotel. You know, those are nice, but this one is really, we've tried to think of everything from obviously the location to the VIP experiences. And it really is like a part of the healing process, I think. And it's going to be phenomenal for all the restaurants participating as well as the guests. I do want to say that tickets are going fast. So please buy your ticket as soon as you can. Like, you know, after the show, go to our website and get yourself a few tickets. You can also buy a table. But it's monstermashorlando.com. That's where tickets are sold in advance. And they start at $125. That gets you access to all the food, a lot of the entertainment. VIP experiences are the next level up. So check that out. I want to participate in everything. I mean, it's going to be phenomenal.
All of it, right? I want, to me, this is where you want, you know, the money's going back. And so when you go to a gala, sometimes part of the money goes back. This money is going back to help the vendors, specifically the vendors that are there for sure. Yeah. And guess what? They want you to have the most amazing time. So you talk about it forever, and you frequent their restaurants and you go to them. And so Maria's right. You go to Monster. I have it scrolling there. MonsterMashOrlando.com. You can also reach out to me. You can reach out to Maria. You can reach out to anybody who's been on the show, who is involved, and we will definitely get you to where you need to be. But get your tickets. Maria's right. They're going fast. And we want you guys to have the most amazing time. It's October 29th at the Dr. Phillips house right downtown. Tons of great restaurants and vendors and entertainment. I don't want you guys to miss out. Before we go, tell us a little bit about what your next, I think you said you could tell me a little bit about what's going on with you next, Maria.
Yes. So I do have Tasty 20s lined up. We have a couple in October as well as November. I am actually going to be heading to Sanford in November. I was just in Mount Dora last weekend, so I'm starting to do these tasting day trips extremely excited about those. But my big project, Ted, and I haven't really mentioned it anywhere with media, so you're getting the scoop, is, yeah, I'm going to do something similar to Magical Dining, similar to Bite 30, but it's going to be $20. So it's extremely reasonable. And it's going to be 20 days of restaurants, you know, probably in places other than just Orlando. It's going to be phenomenal. I hope to see lots of folks there. But yeah, thank you so much, Ted, for giving me this platform and opportunity to talk about Monster Mash and Tasty 20.
You're amazing. Thank you for being such a giant advocate and proponent of the foodie world, the restaurant / hospitality world. I think what you do, what you give back, Maria, is just a big deal. And I want you to know how much we all appreciate it. I'm excited for your version of Magical Dining. I'm very, very excited about that. And I just want a huge kudos to you for all that you do. All right, so you're going to get to see me and Maria, but I don't know if you might want to come for Maria. You're not coming for me. We want you to get involved. Go to monstermashorlando.com. Check out all the cool things that we have going on. You are
Tickets
not
are going fast. Tickets are going
really
fast. So please start buying them today. You need to get your ticket to secure your spot.
Yes, you are not going to regret going. It's going to be amazing. Mancia-Vayo, thank you so much. President of Project Tasty 20 and committee member with me from monstermashorlando.com. We love you guys. We want you to get involved. If you love restaurants and you love Orlando, Central Florida, give back. Go to this event. It is going to go back.
Huge difference. You will definitely be making a huge difference.
Yes. All right, Maria, you're awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
all right,
Ted.
guys, happy Friday. We did the mash. We did the Monster Mash this time. We want you to be there. Thank you so much. October 29th. Y'all have a great week. Bye, guys, everybody.
Bye, Ted.
Bye.